Hello everybody, this is Yousef and welcome to my channel. Today is one of the episodes that is part of the one that I already made, and I explained to that last video if you saw that. Because of the short time that I have, I had to make it a little bit faster, and now at the same time, unfortunately, our camera for whatever reason was not working, and so we decided to do this with the iPhone. And I apologize if the format or the voice is different, but hopefully we're gonna go back to normal our video. And the other thing that I have to say is that the food that I'm about to make is one of those has a history behind it, because when I was very younger and I was here as a student, there was a few Iranian, there was no restaurant, no Iranian food anybody knew, or older people. So I decided to make a Kabab Koobideh. And the Kabab Koobideh that we made, it was just create that, put it in the oven and made that. At the same time, there is another thing that I have to mention, that last year we went, my wife, my son, and myself, to Italy for 10 days. And one of those days, after a few days, we just missed our food and became homesick. So I decided to make that Kabab Koobideh that I used to do it when I was a student. Now, today, I'm going to make that food. And it's going to be very easy, it's fun. And let's go over the ingredients and start making it. Here what I have is 2 pounds of beef. It's a kind of lean. It's only 15%. And I have 2 onions here, 1.5 teaspoon salt, 1 teaspoon black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon garlic, and 1/4 teaspoon chili powder, or just hot pepper, 1.5 or 2 teaspoon, that's a sumac. First thing we have to do, you can do the same thing, either ground it or use the machine that I have here. I rather to do that. As I said, I'm very short on a time and I have to do it this way. So putting this here, cutting it, and make it easy. So I rather to do it in 2 times, because I don't know if it takes it, because it's small version. Okay, it's been grinded very well. So for just taking some of the juice out, just drain this one, put it here. Do the same thing with the second onion that I have. Put this back there. Cut it in 4 or 6 pieces to make it easier. All right. Okay, do the same thing. Okay, so try to get as much as you can. You don't have to make it dry. That's is not necessary, but get as much as you can. I think this is good enough. So we took most of it. The reason is because it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to stay in the meat. That's why just trying to get most of it out and add them to our meat. All right. This is good enough like this. Now, I need a beer bowl to put these things together. Here's our meat, onion, all the spices. Okay, now let me put my gloves on and start mixing it. Alright, so I'm going to put these all together. Do this about a few minutes and make sure is 100% is all mixed together. All right, it's been a few minutes that I've been doing this and it's all together. So I'm going to put this aside for about half an hour to just bring all the flavor together and make it ready. While I'm putting this aside, we are going to make the tool for it that it goes in the oven. So we are going to put that meat into this aluminum foil. I use this. You don't have to. You can just put it on a tray or like this, anything that you find. So it's not 100% that you have to do this the way that I'm doing it. So it's your choice. Where do you want to put this pan that I'm making? Do you like it to put it in over something to put it in the oven, or just put it in the oven rack? It's totally up to you. So here we go. This is what we used to make it when we were a student here. As I said, about 45 years ago. So you had to be creative. That's what we came up with. Like this. This is it. All right. Our meat was sitting there. Half an hour is enough. Okay, I am trying to make it, the thickness to be even everywhere, because it's gonna cook the same time, the same way, and that's why just doing this to make sure 100% the thickness all over is the same. Okay, this is as much even as I can get this one. All right, now I'll go and set the oven to 425 degree, and then we put this in when it reached that 425, and for maybe half an hour or so, then bring it over and start cutting it like the size that you want, size of kebab. All right, the temperature is 425, and it's a time to put our kebab inside. All right, we leave it for 20 minutes and check back to see if it's a halfway cooked. So bring it back and cut it as I talked about it, the size that you like. Okay, it has been exactly 20 minutes, so it's a time to bring this out. Wow. Look at these juices. What we do right now, no, you're cutting it. The size of kebab that we like. Okay, we turn this around now. Okay, I slice some tomatoes. It always is good with the kebab. Put it right here on the edges. Okay, and it's going back to oven. This time probably needs about 15 minutes, and that's what I think. So we gotta check back in 15 minutes to see if it's really ready. See you then. So it is done in exactly what I said, you know, in just 10-15 minutes after this first attempt. And now we are serving it. Okay guys, this is our kebab that, you know, it take me back to the time in the college and there was no tool or anything. That's what we had to make a kebab koobideh. Actually, it was pretty good. Now, it's up to you. It's not something that you have to do. Just a milk with butter, but with a little bit saffron. If you like, you can go over your kebab. Actually makes it so much tastier and delicious. So this is what we intend to make. Kebab is always goes hand by hand with the rice. So I made that, and either you can have it with the bread, and always sabzi khordan, which is herbs. Here, wonderful with kebab. We didn't have these herbs in when I was a student. It was something that, you know, it wouldn't provide in any grocery store. The only thing sometimes we could find that was a spring onion or just a green onion. That was it. Now these days, because there are so many people from the Middle East, Persian, Iranian, so they start, you know, just growing this, and we can find it in most of the grocery store. So that was it, and I hope that you enjoyed my video, and till next time with another one, thank you so much, and bye.